Hi everyone, welcome back to Sadak, the Achievers. So all of you, I hope you are doing well. So today we'll be continuing our first chapter of chemistry, that is atomic structure. Okay, so ఈ atomic structure లో ఈరోజు మనం లెక్చర్ నెంబర్ 9 కంటిన్యూ చేస్తున్నాం. ఓకే, సో ప్రీవియస్ లెక్చర్స్లో మనం ఆల్రెడీ డిస్కస్ చేసాం. ఏంటి అవి? సబ్ అటామిక్ పార్టికల్స్, ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్, న్యూట్రాన్స్, ప్రోటాన్స్, అవునా, వాటి ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఏంటివి, రైట్? వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్స్ దట్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ పర్ఫార్మ్ టు discovery of this subatomic particles, avuna. And after that we have seen the atomic models. So atomic models lo manam the atomic models proposed by different scientists that we have seen: Thomson model, Rutherford model, avuna. And tarvata Bohr model kuda chusam, right? And the Bohr model is only for the hydrogen atom and it has some drawbacks, right? So to eliminate all those drawbacks, we have came to the quantum mechanical model, right? The model which is till now we are using it because it has all the answers, right, for the all the experimental results that we are saying, right? So now in the previous lecture we have seen the quantum numbers. What are these quantum numbers? Quantum numbers are nothing but the orbitals that we have named in this quantum mechanical model, right? What are the orbitals? These are nothing but the paths followed by the electrons which are rotating in the around the nucleus, avuna. So e orbitals nothing but it doesn't have any mathematical values, or we say we don't have any fixed values for the orbitals, but the function of this wave function, that is nothing but the function given by the Schrodinger, right? We have used the psi function. So the square of this psi function gave us the probability of density, right? So the probability density value, that is nothing but the density of the electrons present around the nucleus, avuna. So ee probability density ద్వారా మనం what are the most probable places where we can find the electrons, avuna. Electrons ఎక్కువ శాతం ఏ ప్లేస్ లో ఉన్నాయి from the nucleus that we have found from this equation, avuna. So what are these orbitals that we have known, right? ఇక్కడ వరకు ఆర్బిటాల్ అంటే ఏంటో తెలిసింది, right? And what are the ways or in which manner that we are నేమింగ్ దీస్ ఆర్బిటాల్స్, రైట్? ఆర్బిటాల్స్ని మనం ఎలా డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం, వాటిని ఎలా మనం పిలుస్తున్నాం, వాట్ ఆర్ ద నేమ్స్ దట్ వీఆర్ గివింగ్ టు దోస్ ఆర్బిటాల్స్, దట్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ సీన్ ఇన్ ది క్వాంటమ్ numbers, avuna. So after the quantum numbers that we are used to name the orbitals, avuna, now what are the shapes of the orbitals, right? And what are the energies of the orbitals that we are going to see in this today's lecture. So ఎవరైతే ఈ ప్రీవియస్ లెక్చర్ చూడలేదో, which is related to this quantum mechanical model and all the other models, right, please go through our cards, right? There will be providing all the links for the previous lectures. Please complete them and later you can come and complete this chapter, because that will give you the basics and the best basics for this best understanding of this today's lecture. Okay, so I hope you are continuing all the lectures. Okay, so let's start today's lecture. So what is that? So just now we said we are going to see the shapes of the orbitals, right? So in that shapes of the orbitals, just now I have said that the function, that is nothing but the wave function that we have, orbital wave function, avuna, orbital wave function. So this orbital wave function doesn't have any mathematical meaning, means it don't have any mathematical value. అంటే దీనికి ఒక పర్టికులర్ వాల్యూ మనం ఇవ్వలేం, లైక్ మ్యాథ్స్లో యూజ్ చేసినట్టు, రైట్? ఎనీ వాల్యూ, డెసిమల్ వాల్యూ ఆర్ ఎనీ ఫ్రాక్షనల్ వాల్యూ, వీ కెన్ నాట్ assign any value to it, like we have the pi value, right? So this is another indication, or we say if we can compare the psi to the pi, right? Pi has a value that is 3.142, right? If you can multiply that, but this psi function doesn't have any value, so we can say that there is no mathematical meaning for it. But this is just a function, right? It is just a function, right? Function ante telusu kada manaki, ఇది ఒక just function which is nothing but the represent the coordinates of the electrons. It is just a function which represent the coordinates, okay, coordinates of electrons, coordinates of the electrons with respect to what? With respect to nucleus. So nucleus nundi, right, న్యూక్లియస్ నుండి ఎంత దూరంలో ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అనేవి రొటేట్ అవుతున్నాయి అనే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మాత్రమే ఈ psi ఫంక్షన్ ఇస్తుంది మనకి. సో ఇట్ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ మ్యాథమెటికల్ వాల్యూ అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ గివింగ్ అస్ ది కోఆర్డినేట్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్. అండ్ వీఆర్ సేయింగ్ దట్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద డిస్టెన్స్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఫ్రమ్ ది న్యూక్లియస్, ఓకే, న్యూక్లియస్ టు ద path followed by these electrons or the coordinates of the electrons, that is nothing but the, let us say that is coordinates here, right? So that is named as the distance, right? So the distance is nothing but r, right? Distance is nothing but the r. So this psi function is nothing but the function with respect to r, whatever the distance that we have r. So the function psi is nothing but a function of r, right? Function of r. So how this psi function will be behaving depending on the distance, that is nothing but the nucleus to the coordinates, or the distance between the electrons and the nucleus, that is nothing but the r. So how is it behaving? If you can see this picture here, right, in this figure. So this is our psi function, okay? So ఈ psi function లో and ఈ psi function, so this is for the 1s orbital, right, and this is for the 2s orbital, 1s and the 2s orbital. So if you can see that this is a psi value, so this is the distance. So at 0 or at nucleus the psi value is maximum, and as it is moving a little bit, what happened? The psi value is exponentially decreasing. Avuna? Okay, sorry, right? At one point it is decreasing and becoming 0. And if you can see that second one also, right? See here, drastical change in the psi function value. So this is how the, depending on the r, the psi value is changing. Just a function, graphical representation of the psi value, right? So later what happened? The scientist named Max Born. Max Born. So he said that, so this psi function doesn't have any mathematical value, but he said that the square of the psi function that we have discussed in the previous lectures also, the square of the psi function is nothing but the probability density. Avuna? So ఈ probability density అనేది మనకి ఏమి ఇస్తుంది? The most probable place where we can find the electrons. Avuna? So it doesn't have any it doesn't have any mathematical value, but this psi square is giving us the probability, which is nothing but the probable place. That's it. It is not giving the exact location of the electrons, but it is giving the probable place where the electrons will be found. So if you can see the behavior of this psi square, right, with respect to r here, see here, this is psi square function of 1s, and this is also psi square function for 2s. So if you can see that depending on the r, that is nothing but the distance from the nucleus to the electron places. So if you are moving away from the electron, right, as the distance is increasing, what happens? Initially the psi square function, that is nothing but the probability density of the electron, is changing in this fashion. So if you can see that, what happens here? First, electrons, right, the psi function value is maximum at the r is 0. Avuna? As the r is increasing, what happens? The psi function value is decreasing drastically, right? It is decreasing drastically and it is approaching to 0. Avuna? Okay, place low ante, like with the small change in the r value, the psi function is becoming 0, right? This is for the 1s orbital, right? Now come to the 2s orbital here. Okay, see here, what is that? So initially we have the maximum psi function, psi value, that is psi square value, probability density is maximum, right? As your psi distance is increasing, what happens? It is becoming 0, right? Ekdam it is becoming 0. After that it is again increasing, it is decreasing here, right? Here also decreasing and becoming 0. It is decreasing, becoming 0, over. Second one, it is decreasing, right? After that what happens? It is increasing a bit, and it is achieving a low maximum. From the maximum point it is becoming low, right? After that again it is increasing a bit and it is approaching a low maximum, right? It is approaching a low maximum and again starts decreasing and becomes 0. The psi function value is becoming 0. So this is how the psi function value is changing depending on the r. R ante enti ikkada distance, right? Or we can say, we know that in the circle, if you take, this is our circle, right? This is our center. So the distance between center to the radius, center to the periphery of the circle, that is nothing but our radius. So in that same way, if you can observe that this psi square is changing, right? So ee change anedi, right, how this psi square is changing, right? In two orbitals manam chusam ippudu, but this psi square, right, this psi square is changing very drastically, or we say each and every orbital has the different values, or we say different probabilities. So ee probabilities anevi anni, right, wherever we are able to find the electrons, right, whatever the electrons that we have around the nucleus, if we can just use this diagram here. So this is nothing but the charge cloud diagrams. What are these charge cloud diagrams? So depending on the change in the chi-square function, right, which gives us the probability density of the electrons. If you can see, this all the dots are nothing but our electrons, right? So wherever you are able to see that electrons here, right, you are able to see electrons, right, spread across this square circle that you are able to see here, and here also this is for 1s and this is for 2s orbitals. So in 1s orbital, 2s orbital, if you can observe it clearly, the probability density, right, see here in the center here, this is maximum, avuna? So ikkada kuda maximum undi, right? Chudandi clear ga, ikkada kuda maximum unda center lo, right? Now after that, see here what happens, the probability density is decreasing drastically. Decrease avutunda leda? Ikkada chudandi, ikkada anni dots anevi దగ్గరగా ఉన్నాయి. ఈ dots యొక్క distance between the dots is decreasing, right, increasing a bit. So what happened, the density is decreasing, avuna? So this is what the change that we are able to see. So whatever the change that we have here, change in this chi-square function, that is giving us, by using this we can easily explain that. So diagram. So to see in the 2s orbital, so ikkada initial ga ekku undi kada, density of the electrons or the density of the dots ekku undi, tarvata emaindi, density of dots malli periginda, density తగ్గింది, ఇక్కడ ఎక్కుంది, ఇక్కడ తగ్గింది, అంటే distance between the r is increased here. After that again what happened, the r decrease అయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ increase అయింది, increase అయ్యి లాస్ట్ లో మళ్ళీ decrease అవుతుంది, అవునా? So this gives us the same expression, or we can say the same you can see that same way how we have seen here. ఇక్కడ ఎలా అయితే గ్రాఫ్ అనేది ఫామ్ అయిందో, సేమ్ అదే విధంగా ఇక్కడ చార్జ్ క్లౌడ్ డయాగ్రామ్లో కూడా వీ కెన్ అబ్జర్వ్ దట్ గ్రాఫ్స్ హియర్. ఓకే, సో దిస్ చేంజ్ హ్యాస్ సమ్ different values. So we are saying that the value is becoming 0, means the chi-square value, that is nothing but the probability density is becoming 0, right? So wherever we have a place, we have a special location point that we call it as the nodal surface. Nodal surface ante entidi, nodal surface, or we can say the nodes. Nodal surface or the nodes here. So what are these nodal surface or nodes? Wherever the probability density is 0, wherever the chi-square is becoming 0, there at that points we can say that are the nodal surface or nothing but the nodes here. So if you can observe that image here, right, in this figure, if you can see that whatever the psi function that we are able to see, that is nothing but here this is maximum, so it is becoming 0, right? Where it is becoming 0, so at this point let us say it is becoming 0, right? So wherever the psi function square of the psi function that we are getting, right, so if the square function is 0, right, where the probability density is 0, that is nothing but the nodal surfaces or the nodes here. Okay, so this is about the charge cloud diagram. Now if you can observe it clearly, these nodal surfaces or nodes, if you can see that, so whatever the nodal surfaces or nodes that we have, how do we calculate those nodes? What are the number of nodes that we can use here? So the number of nodes of an atom or the electrons of an atom, that is nothing but is equals to n minus 1. So what is n here? N is nothing but the principal quantum number, avuna? Principal quantum number, avuna? Manaku telusu already, in hydrogen atom or 1s and 2s orbitals we only have the n, means the shape of the orbital is decided by the principal quantum number only, avuna? So that is nothing but n minus 1. So these number of nodes, right? Number of nodes that we can find out easily. Avuna? So this number of nodes will give us, depending on that, if number of nodes is increasing, which means number of nodes is increasing, number of nodes is increasing అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? Number of nodes increase అవుతుంటే ఎప్పుడు increase అవుతుంది number of nodes? If the principal quantum number is increasing, which means nothing but when n is increasing. అవునా? So when n is increasing, what happens? The energy will also increase. Energy అంటే ఏంటిది? The number of electrons. So energy will also get increased here. Okay. So nodes increase అవుతుంటే, that is because of the principal quantum number increase అవుతుంది, or nothing but the, we know that atomic number increase అవుతున్నప్పుడు, right? And energy increases when these nodes are increasing, which means nothing but the energy also increases. So we can say that different number of nodes are increasing, right? Energy is increasing. So these nodal surfaces are the nodes that we can find out by using this chi-squares and the values here. Okay, so this is about the charge cloud diagrams and the nodal surface and nodes here. Okay, so next we have the boundary surface diagrams. We said that this chi-square, right? This chi-square function it doesn't have any meaning, right? But it has a probability, right? What is that probability? How much probability that we are taking into account? Because each and every atom has one node, right? So this n is increasing. n అనేది చేంజ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది కదా ఒక ఆటమ్కి ఇంకో ఆటమ్, అండ్ ఈవెన్ ఇన్ ద షెల్స్ ఆర్ దట్ if the principal quantum number is changing also, the atom is having more number of nodes. So the nodes is having different means for each and every electron we have the different atom, or we say for one electron we have one node, right? So as the electrons are increasing, nodes are also increasing, right? So the probability density will also change, na? The chi-square is for only one electron, so the probability density of that one electron is, by that we are able to get the ఆర్బిటాల్. సో ఏమవుతుంది? ప్రాబిలిటీ డెన్సిటీ పెరుగుతున్న కొద్దీ ఆర్బిటాల్ అనేది కూడా పెరుగుతుంది కదా, ఆర్బిటాల్ విల్ ఆల్సో ఇంక్రీజ్, ప్రాబిలిటీ డెన్సిటీ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. సో ది chi-square వాల్యూ దట్ వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఫర్ as electrons are increasing, right? Why they are increasing? The atomic number is increasing. Atomic numbers is increasing. Because in multi-electronic atoms, means where we have more than one electrons in that atoms, we know that electrons will increase, atomic numbers are increasing, right? Because of that, what happens? The probability density will increase, and that will result into the increase in the orbital numbers. So as the orbitals are increasing, right? So we should have a fixed value, or we should take a one specific place where we can say, okay, this is one orbital, this is another orbital for the multi-electronic atoms, right? So for that, what we have taken, we have assumed that whatever the probability density that we have, right? So we are trying to give it a specific value, ante oka particular value ani manam okati fix chestunnam. That is nothing but the probability should be more than or at least 90 degrees, 90% of the electrons, means 90% of that electron should be, means we should get the probability as 90%, which means if it is our atom, okay, if it is our atom, right, it has a nucleus here and the electron is rotating, or we have the probability density of that electron in this, right? So at what place that we are getting, means if the probability is 100, right, if the probability is at least 90%, then we are taking this 90% as our base point, where we can say at 90% probability we can say that is our orbital, that is our one orbital of that particular electron, right? So this orbital 90% endu తీసుకున్నాం మనం, because we cannot take 100% అనేది we cannot take. Why? Because we know that the chi-square, that is nothing but the value, right? The chi-square function, it has a minimum value, means it won't become zero ultimately, right? It has a fixed value, or we say it is getting whatever may be the small value, but we are not getting the zero value here. because the zero values, the psi square, nothing but it will be 0 only at infinity. It will be 0 only at infinity. So we cannot take that infinity as our orbital, because the density, the percentage that you are saying, the probability that you are taking, that is 100%. 100% probability eppudu untundi when you are including all the possibility places or possible places where you can find the electron. Avuna? But that 100% means ఈ psi square function అనేది ఎప్పుడైతే మనకి 100% or all the points that we are getting, whenever we get this 0, that will be only at infinity, right? So that infinity place, we cannot take that as our orbital. So that what we are doing, we are only including the 90% probability where the electrons will be possible to find out. Okay, so that probability function, right, that psi square function, we are giving a approximate places or the approx values for it, or we say approx percentage, that is nothing but the 90% value, right, which gives us one nodes, right, one single node. I said that one orbital or one node. So we said that in multi-electronic atoms we have number of nodes, right? As the nodes are increasing, what happens? Atomic number increases, nodes increasing, so the size of the orbital increases or the atom size increases. So what happens? The number of nodes are increasing. Number of nodes are increasing. That just now we have seen. Number of nodes are increasing, right? So if you try to depict or if you try to show this number of nodes, right, by using these boundary surface diagrams. So why we are drawing these boundary surfaces? Because of this. So by we are taking 90% probability to find the electron. Ante boundary ni oka draw chestunnam manam. If at all, if you take the previous picture, that is nothing but the charge, that is nothing but the charge cloud diagram. Avuna? So ee charge cloud diagram lo, if you can see that we have eliminated or we have ignored these number of atoms here, electrons here. Avuna? Ikkada ee number of electrons ni manam teesesam. Manam include cheyaledu. Why? Because we have only taken the 90% of the electrons into account. Okay, so by that, if you can draw that, this is for the one line, or we say one electron, right, and this is another. So all the possibilities, it is just a two-dimensional figure that I have drawn here. So if you consider the three-dimensional figure or the three-dimensional possibilities of the place where we can find the electron, then you will get this sphere here. You get the sphere here. Okay, so this is of the 1s orbital and this is of the 2s orbital sphere. So that is nothing but the boundary surface diagram. Means the boundary is 90% here, the boundary that we have drawn, and inside it only you will find that 90% of the times you will find the electron in that atom. Okay, so this is about the boundary surface diagrams here. So after that boundary surface diagrams, we are saying that, so whatever this picture, if you can see that this is 1s orbital and this is 2s orbital. So this 1s orbital has only one electron. Avuna? So one electron undi kabatti em ostundi manaki? One electron undi kabatti one boundary, only one single boundary. So if you consider that and three-dimensional, one single dimensional is nothing but two-dimensional. That is nothing but our 2D diagram. If you can see, this is a circle. Avuna? So ee one electron undi kabatti, for example hydrogen atom that you have taken, we are saying that in 2-dimensional it is circle, and in 3-dimensional if you say it will be sphere here. Avuna? So this is for the s orbital that we can say here. S orbital is having single atom or the single node, right? One node. Avuna? So e one node ni, if you are applying here, see here, 1s orbital, 2s orbital has one node, and 3s orbital has two nodes here. So if you can see that, so one orbital ki manamu one node ki one single orbital ochindi. So we said that in the initial case, what is that? Number of nodes will be increasing. That is nothing but n minus 1, right? So in this s orbitals, number of nodes is nothing but n minus 1. Avuna? n minus 1 kada. Now indulo ikkada chudandi, this is our electron probability and this is our contour probability. So the name, another name for this boundary surface diagram is nothing but the contour surface. contour diagram. Okay, so this diagram is giving us to identify the nodes here. If you can see that this is our nodes electron probability, by that you can see here. Now by contour probability, if you can see, this 1s has only one single orbital and 2s has two orbitals. This is one. See here, orange color one and this blue color one, and this 3s has three orbitals, orange, blue, and again the orange here, right? So these are the probabilities. So if you can observe the radial probability, which is nothing but the graph that we have seen earlier, right? So ఇక్కడ అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి మీరు, ఫస్ట్ వన్ దట్ ఈస్ 1s ఆర్బిటాల్, initially it is 0, right, and it is becoming maximum, okay, and at one point after reaching the maximum it is decreasing and ultimately it is reaching 0. avuna 1s orbital that we have seen, that is given by the psi square function value, right, given by the Max Born. Next 2s chudandi, 2s initially increasing and it is achieving a maximum here, and after that it is decreasing here, right, and see the 3s slowly increasing and it is achieving a maximum, low maximum, and it is becoming 0 ultimately, right? So this is what the radial probabilities that you can see here. Okay, so now coming to the number of nodes that we have. So in that, radial nodes are there, angular nodes are there. So radial nodes, what are the radial nodes? Radial nodes are nothing but the, in this if you can see that this is our radius. So this nodes, how many circular nodes that we have here? See here, 1 2 1, here 0, right? So for n is equals to 1, right, when n equals to 1 or 1s orbital, what is the radial nodes? n minus 1, right, n minus 1, so that it will be n, that is 1 minus 1, that is 0. 0 naya nodes ikkada, right? And now coming to the radial nodes when n is equals to 2. So n minus 1, that is 2 minus 1, that is 1. Unda node, one node unda ala. Okay, so this is about the s orbitals that we have. Now this s orbital that we are saying that number of nodes is n minus 1. So this number of nodes will increase as the z value increases or the atomic number increases, nothing but the n value increases, nothing but the z value increases. Okay, so how do we have this or analyze this? As the nodes are increasing, right, why these nodes are increasing? Because of the n number, that is nothing, a principal quantum number increasing. So as the principal quantum number increases, nodes are increasing. So the energy or the size of the orbitals, size of the s orbitals will also increase, right? Size will also increase as the number of nodes is increasing. So if you can see that, if you can observe the first 4 orbitals, that is 4s orbital will be larger than the 3s orbital, than the 2s orbital, than the 1s orbital. Like this, the size of the orbital will be like this, increasing in this fashion. Okay, so this is about the s orbitals. So s orbitals are in the form of, what are that? Circle, or we can say sphere in shape, right? In 3D shape it is sphere, and in 2D space it is circle. Okay, next we have the 2p orbital. 2p orbital is nothing but the n value is how much? 2, and the p value, that is nothing but the azimuthal quantum number is of 1 here. So this 3p orbital has 3 shells or nothing but the 3 subshells, right? It has the 3 subshells. What are the subshells named that we have? By using the azimuthal quantum number, we know that L value is 1. Then what is the range of the L values? Or nothing but the magnetic quantum numbers, that is ML. ML values are nothing but, what are the ML values? Here we have plus 1 2, right, plus L2 minus L is the range of the magnetic quantum number. Avuna? So here minus 1 plus 1, minus 1 0 and plus 1. So by using that we have three orbitals now, -1, 0 and +1. So the structure of these orbitals, right, three subshells or the three orbitals here, right, 2p belonging to 2p, three orbitals are there. The structure of them is like this, if you can see that. So what is that? You can see that this 2p orbital are having two lobes, right, two lobes, or we say these are sections, these are having sections, right, and two lobes, right, and these two lobes are intersecting, right, these two lobes are intersecting or interacting, right, intersecting at what point? Where the psi square function is 0. That is nothing but what? The nodes, right? Ekkadaithe node 0, node is what? Nothing but the psi square value is 0, right? So this is our psi square. So here it has one node here. Okay, so this is two, it is having a two lobes. Now the shape of all the three orbitals that we are saying, shape of the three orbitals, shape and the size, shape and size of these three orbitals is same, right? Only different is nothing but the orientation of all these three orbitals, orientation of all these three orbitals is different, See here, if you can observe this image now. So with respect to x-axis, these two lobes are parallel, or we say these two lobes are along the x-axis. We have two lobes along the x-axis. Okay. Now in this is named as 2px and this is named as 2py. Okay. Now 2py lobes are along the y-axis, right, and 2pz lobes are along the z-axis. Simple. So x-axis మీద ఉన్న lobes ni, right, which are on the x-axis, we call them as the 2px, right. y-axis మీద ఉన్న lobes, ఒకవేళ two lobes అనేవి ఉన్నాయి p orbital లో, ఆ lobes y-axis మీద ఉంటే దాన్ని 2py అంటున్నాం. ఓకే, 2px అంటున్నాం, right. And if at all the lobes are on z-axis, we are naming it as the 2pz, which means the p orbital here are having only the orientation difference, no size change, no shape change, right. So now coming to the size of the orbitals, how the size is changing. So as the number of atomic number is increasing, which means the orbital number value increases, which means nodes will increase. As the nodes increases, right, what happens? The lobes increases, and by that the size of the orbitals also increases. So number of orbitals increases, right. So what happens? The size is also increasing. So size, if you can compare that, we know that 4p is larger than 3p, and it is larger than 2p, and it is larger than 1p. Do we have 1p? We don't have 1p. Good, right. So 5p is larger than 4p, larger than 3p, larger than 2p. Okay, so this is about the 2p orbitals, right, which has the three subshells. So next we have the number of nodes for this 2p orbital. Number of nodes. So ఈ number of nodes ని ఎలా కనుక్కుంటాం మనం? By using this formula n-2. Okay, by using this formula n-2. సో ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, ఈ ఫార్ములాని 3p orbital కి and 4p orbital కి అప్లై చేసి చూడండి. How many nodes will you get? సో number of nodes ఫార్ములా ఏంటిది? n-2 కదా. సో n is what? n ఎంత ఇక్కడ మనకి 3 కదా. 3 minus 2 is how much? 1. సో 3p orbital కి 1 node ఉంటుంది, రైట్. అండ్ 4p orbital కి 4 minus 2 ఎంత? 2 కదా. సో 2 orbitals, 2 nodes ఉంటుంది 4p orbital కి. ఓకే, సో ఇది 2p orbitals. నెక్స్ట్ వీ హ్యావ్ ద d orbitals. d orbitals అంటే ఏం లేదండి, l is equals to 2 అయినప్పుడు, l is equals to 2 అయినప్పుడు this 2p orbital, right, will be acting as a d orbital. That is nothing but we call it as a d orbital. Okay, and it has 5 subshells or the 5 orbitals here. What are those 5 orbitals? If you can see this in this figure, ఇక్కడ చూడండి dxy, dxz, dyz, dx square minus y square and dz square. So ఇవి 5 orbitals of this d orbitals or nothing but the 2p orbitals of L equals to 2. L is what? The azimuthal quantum number 2. Okay, so గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి ఒకటి, the minimum quantum number, okay, minimum principal quantum number is for this d orbital is nothing but the 3. ఎందుకంటే ఈ రూల్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, the L value has to be, right, the L value has to be less than or equals to how much? n minus 1. అవునా, మనకు తెలుసు ఎల్ వాల్యూ అనేది ఏంటిది, వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఫార్ములా ఫర్ ఎల్ వాల్యూ? అజిముథల్ క్వాంటం నెంబర్ కనుక్కోవాలంటే మనకి అజిముథల్ క్వాంటం నెంబర్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఎల్ మైనస్ 1. అవునా, n-1 వాల్యూ వరకే ఎల్ వాల్యూ అనేది ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ 3 కంటే తక్కువ ఉంది అనుకోండి, ఎల్ వాల్యూ 2 కదా. సో ఇఫ్ ఎల్ వాల్యూ ఇస్ 2 హియర్, ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఎల్ వాల్యూ ఇస్ 2 హియర్, వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్? ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ చెక్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ హియర్. సి హియర్ ఎన్ వాల్యూ ఎంత ఉండాలి? ఎన్ వాల్యూ 2 ఉంది అనుకోండి, 2 minus 1, so that will be how much? That is not less than or equals to, here is 1 kada, so it is not less than or equals to 2, right? So ikkada 3 ఉంది అనుకోండి, for suppose n value is 3, so what happens? This is less than or equals to 3 minus 1, so less than or equals to 2, so this is also 2, so this is also 2. Avuna? So for that reason you should have this minimum n value as 3 here, minimum principal quantum number as 3 here. Okay, so this is about the d orbitals basic rule that we have. Okay, and these d orbitals, the first 4, okay, if you can see the beside picture, the first 4 orbitals, right, the first 4 orbitals are having same size and shape, same size and shape, only the orientation is different. Okay, and the fifth orbital, right, it is having a different size comparing to the 4 sides, right, 4 orbitals here. Okay, now the energies of these orbitals are different. All the 5 orbitals have the different energies. Okay, remember that thing. All the 5 orbitals have the same shape, okay, same shape, but the energy and the sizes are different. Okay, so this is about the structure. If you can see it here, xy, dxy ante ee lobes anevi, see here, lobes anevi x axis and y axis ki 2 sides lo unnai anamata. See here, so this is our x axis, this is our y axis. So in this we have one lobe which is parallel, or we say these 2 lobes are joining at this point, that is the nucleus of this atom. Same here, xz, x axis, this x axis rendu unnai, and z axis deeniki rendu unnai, yz, y axis ki and z axis, x square y square ante x axis meeda and y axis meeda, x axis meeda 2 lobes, y axis meeda 2 lobes unnai. ikkada z square chudandi, z axis meeda 2 lobes and one is around the center point of this axis, all the 3 axes here. Okay, so this is about the nodes that we can say. So how do we find out the number of nodes here? So the number of nodes here are equals to sum of the angular nodes and the sum of the radial node, right? Radial nodes plus the angular nodes. So what, how many radial nodes that we can see here? Radial nodes formula. Radial nodes formula is nothing but n minus 1. Okay na? And angular nodes formula. How many angular nodes that we can find here? Angular nodes are equals to L. How many L? What is the L value that we have? Those are the angular nodes. Okay, so the sum of these formula, or we say the total number of nodes, that is nothing but n minus L మైనస్ 1. ఓకేనా, ఈ ఫార్ములా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఈ ఫార్ములా తోటి మనం నంబర్ ఆఫ్ నోడ్స్ ఇన్ ద డి ఆర్బిటాల్ దట్ వీ కెన్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ హియర్. ఓకేనా, సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ తీసుకోండి L ఈక్వల్స్ 2 కదా. సో L ఈక్వల్స్ 2 అయినప్పుడు ఎన్ని ఆర్బిటాల్స్, ఈ ఆర్బిటాల్లో డి ఆర్బిటాల్లో ఎన్ని నోడ్స్ ఉంటాయి? n మైనస్ 2. సో L ఈక్వల్స్ 2 అయినప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 3p ఆర్బిటాల్ తీసుకోండి. ఓకేనా, 3p ఆర్బిటాల్లో L ఈక్వల్స్ 2 అన్నప్పుడు 3 మైనస్ 2 మైనస్ 1. హౌ మచ్? 3 మైనస్ 2. 3 మైనస్ 2 మైనస్ 1 ఇక్కడ. సో మినిమం 3 ఉండాలి కదా. సో 3 మైనస్ L is 2, 2 minus 1, 3 minus 3. So that will be 0. So total number of nodes will be 0 in that case. Okay na? So this is about the d orbital here. Next examples చూద్దాం. ఇప్పుడు మనం డిస్కస్ చేసిన ఆర్బిటాల్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో s orbital, p orbitals, right, and d orbitals. Depending on that we will solve this problem. The number of radial nodes of 3s and 2p orbitals respectively are. So we have to find out the radial nodes. Okay, radial nodes కనుక్కోవాలి of 3s and 2p orbitals. So what is the formula? Number of radial nodes. Number of radial nodes is equals to n minus L minus 1. Okay, so for first one is 3s. For 3s orbital, so n is 3, right? L is how much? S. We know that S, P, D, F, right? So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Avuna? So S is 0. So L is 0 here. Now substitute that these values in this. What is that? N is 3 minus 0 minus 1. So that is 3 minus 1. That is 2. So for 3s orbital we have 2 nodes. Okay. Next one is which one is? Second one is 2p orbital kada. So 2p orbital చూడండి ఇక్కడ. సో n వాల్యూ ఎంత ఇక్కడ? 2 కదా. అండ్ l వాల్యూ ఎంత? l వాల్యూ చూడండి, l వాల్యూ ఇస్ 1. ఓకే, నౌ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ ఈ రెండు వాల్యూస్ని ఇక్కడ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయండి. ఎంత? 2 మైనస్ 1 మైనస్ 1. హౌ మచ్? 2 మైనస్ 2 ఈస్ 0. ఓకే, సో 2, 0. ఎక్కడ ఉంది 2, 0? సో B ఈజ్ అవర్ ఆన్సర్. 2, 0 is our answer. So this question was asked in EAMCET 2013 paper. Next example. The number of angular and radial nodes of 4d orbital respectively are. 4d orbital ఇచ్చారు. 4d orbital. Okay. For that 4d orbital we need to find out angular and radial nodes. Right. In this 4d orbital, what is the principal quantum number? 4 kada. And what is the azimuthal quantum number? L. So just now I have said that S, P, D and F. 0, 1, 2, 3. So D for 2, right? So D kada. So L value ఎంత ఉంటుంది? 2 ఉంటుంది. Now he is asking about the angular nodes. Angular nodes ఇలా ఫార్ములా ఏంటిదండి? ఇందాక చూసాం కదా మనం. What is the formula? That is nothing but angular nodes is equals to the value L. So how many L that we have? 2. So the angular nodes are 2 here. Okay. Next we have what is that? Radial nodes. Okay. Radial nodes కింది. What is the formula for radial nodes? N minus L minus 1. అవునా? So what is that? N value ఎంత? 4 minus L value ఎంత? L value 2, right? Minus 1. So what is this? 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3. So that will be 1. అవునా? So 2, 1 are our answer. Where is the 2, 1? Right. D. D is our answer here. Okay. So next is energies of orbitals here. So depending on the electrons present in the orbitals, the energies of that orbitals will be changing, right? That we have discussed in the previous lecture, right? So if we can start or analyze the hydrogen atoms energy. Hydrogen energy. So the energy of this hydrogen atom that we have discussed in previous lecture, that is nothing but it only depends on the principal quantum numbers. Avuna? Principal quantum number ni base cheskoni the energy of this hydrogen atom will be changing, or orbitals of this hydrogen atom will be changing. So this hydrogen atom's energy will be increasing. Will be increasing in a manner where we can see that first 1s will be greater than 2s. Okay, so this 2s will be equal to 2p. Okay, and this will be less than right, 3s, right, it will be equals to 3p and it will be equals to 3d, and it will be less than 4p, right, and it will be equals to 4d, and it will be equals to 4f, and it will be less than the next orbitals. So this is how the change in the energy of the orbital will be seen here. Okay, now if you can observe this here, the energies of these two are equal. The energies of 2s and 2p are equal. Energies of 3s and 3p and 3d are equal. Energies of 4p, 4d and 4f are equal here. Okay, now this 1s point, whatever the 1s that we are saying, which is in the first orbital, right, that is called as the ground state. The electron is in the ground state. The electron is in the ground state. We call it as the electrons are in the ground state in 1s orbital, or if you say the electrons are in ground state. Electrons ikkada ground state lo unnai anamata. Ante basic, like we are taking the reference as the hydrogen atoms one electron, and that is in the first orbital, right, it is the first orbital of the atom, of the hydrogen atom. That's why we call it as the ground state. 1s is our ground state. And next case that I have explained just now, that is that 2s is equals to 2p, which means these two orbitals are having the different shapes, different sizes, still the energies are equal here. So that is nothing but these two orbitals are called as the degenerated orbitals. Degenerate orbitals. Okay, so those are what? 2s and 2p. So what does that mean? Means the energies are equal. Energies are equal. Okay, so if any orbitals have the two, means two energies are different, same of the two different orbitals, then we call it as the two orbitals are the degenerate orbitals. Okay, so this is the second case, and we have a third case. Like if you take the hydrogen atom and which has one electron, right? If the one electron of this hydrogen atom, if it is in the other orbitals, like 3 orbital or 4 orbitals, like that, right, which is more than the 3 orbitals, if the electrons are not in the ground state and not in the 2s orbital, then we say that that electron is in the excited state. That electron is in the excited state. That electron is in the excited state, which means the electrons of hydrogen atom, electrons of hydrogen are in the not 1s orbital, right, other than 1s orbital, such as 3s or 4s, so on. So if it is more than in 3s or 4s orbitals, then we say the electrons are in the excited state. Electrons are in excited state. Initially they will be in ground state, right, and if the electron is not in the ground state and if it has moved to the higher energy or higher energy level, that is nothing but the higher orbitals, then we call it as the excited state. Electron is in excited state, right, and if the two orbitals have the same energy, then we call them as the degenerate orbitals. Okay, these are about the basic things about the hydrogen atom's energy here. Okay, so next we have, just now we have seen the energies of the hydrogen atom which has a single electron. Now we'll see the multi-electron atoms, right? So now we can say that the energy of these multi-electron atoms, energy of this multi-electron atom that we have discussed in the previous lectures also, that is dependent on both, right, principal quantum number and the azimuthal quantum number. Avuna kada, right? Now ఈ ఎనర్జీ అనేది ఎలా చేంజ్ అవుతుంది, వై ఇట్ ఈస్ డిపెండింగ్ ఆన్ దిస్ అండ్ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ చేంజింగ్, రైట్? మనకు తెలుసు ఆల్రెడీ ఎనర్జీ ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఒక ఎలక్ట్రాన్ నుంచి ఇంకో ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఆర్ ద ఎనర్జీ బిట్వీన్ ఎనర్జీ ఆఫ్ ద orbital is due to the electrons which are in that orbital. Avuna kada? So the electrons which are present in that atom or the orbitals, right? The electrons that are present in that orbitals, these are causing the repulsion forces, right? That is nothing but the repulsion from the what? The nucleus. Avuna? So because of that repulsion, the electrons and the nucleus, right? These are having the nucleus repulsion. Because of that, these are having the energy, which the electrons are having the energy. Electrons are nothing but the, what is the electrons are nothing but the orbitals that we can call. So in that orbitals we have the energy, right? So this repulsion force is there. Due to that, the electrons are having the, or the orbitals are having the energy. That is a basic thing that you can understand here. So this energy, not just by the repulsion here. Remember one thing, the nucleus, as the atomic number increases, right? As the atomic number increases, as Z is increasing, what happens? The positive charge of the nucleus also increases. Avuna? Positive charge of the nucleus also increases. Positive charge of nucleus is also increasing, right? So as the positive charge is increasing, what happens? The nucleus is have the positive charge increasing, right? So as the positive charge is increasing here, what happens? The repulsion between this electron will also increase. Yes or no? So what happens? If you can observe that the change in the nucleus or the positive charge that is increasing here, that will have the more attractive force towards the electrons, right? So the forces between the, or the charges between the electrons and the nucleus, it has the attraction force and the repulsion forces also, right? So the attraction force, right, that is nothing but the, that attraction between the nucleus, okay, and the orbital, let us say orbital, right? And there will be repulsion that we said. అవునా? ఈ రిపల్షన్ అనేది, రైట్? ఈ రిపల్షన్ కూడా వీటి మధ్యలో ఉంటుంది కదా. సో దట్ ఈస్ న్యూక్లియస్ and the orbitals, right? So what is the net charge in these two cases between this nucleus and the orbital? That is nothing but the net charge is how much? Net charge is the positive charge of the nucleus, positive charge, right? Because we know that nucleus has the positive charge, avuna, and these orbitals have the negative charge. That is nothing but because of the electrons. So the net charge means the nucleus has the more charge onto these orbitals, because this has the less negative charge here. So net charge is positive charge here. By that, because of that positive charge is more, means we can understand that the positive charge is more here. That is because of the nucleus. So we can conclude that here so this positive charge, right, net change in the positive charge is called as the effective nuclear charge. That is Z effective. That is how we represent it. అంటే న్యూక్లియస్ అనేది ఆర్బిటాల్ మీద ఎంత ఎఫెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఎఫెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది న్యూక్లియస్ ఇన్ ద ఆర్బిటాల్? So that is nothing but the effective nuclear charge that we call it as here. So what is that? The change in the charge between the nucleus and the orbits here. That is nothing but the electrons. Okay. So by that we can understand that the net charge, okay, net charge anedi means as the atomic number is increasing, nothing but the principal quantum number increase avutunna koddi, right? As n is increasing, right? As n is increasing, that is nothing but the principal quantum number is increasing. What happens? The charge also, or the energy, or Z effective, right, it is also increasing. Now coming to the, if n is increasing means Z is increasing, that is nothing but atomic number also increasing. So that is atomic number also increases. So when this atomic number is also increasing, what happens? The net charge of the nucleus is also increasing kada. So nucleus charge increase avutundi, nucleus charge anedi increase avutundi, న్యూక్లియస్ ఛార్జ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయినప్పుడు అల్టిమేట్లీ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్, ద ఎనర్జీ జెడ్ ఎఫెక్టివ్ ఎనర్జీ ఆల్సో ఇంక్రీజెస్. జెడ్ ఎఫెక్టివ్ ఎనర్జీ ఇంక్రీజెస్. సో దీనివల్ల ఏమవుతుంది, ద ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ విచ్ ఎవర్ are present in the orbitals, the nucleus has more energy. So what happens, the electrons whatever in the orbitals, those will be very closely packed to the nucleus. So the what we can say, the electrons or the orbitals, right, are closely packed, right, to the nucleus. Okay na? So when the principal quantum number is increasing, which means the energy of effective is increasing, that is because the atomic number increases. So number of protons increase, number of neutrons increases, protons increases. Because of that we can say that nucleus of the charge is increasing. That is nothing but the Z effective is increasing. As it is increasing, what happens, the orbitals will be attracted more towards the nucleus. So this is about the principal quantum number, how it is affecting it here. Now, right, so this n increases, when the n value increases, what happens, the Z effective that we are saying, right, so that Z effective will decrease and the L value will increases. Means as L value increasing, the Z effective will decrease here. Okay, so the energy of these orbitals will be having a, right, so the s orbital, if you can take s orbital, right, as s orbital energy will increase, right, so s orbital will have the less energy, than the p orbital, and it will be having less than the d orbital. So this is how the energy will be changing in the orbitals level. Now if you see that, just now we said that whatever the principal quantum number that we have, that will be dependent, or that will be deciding the L number, right, azimuthal quantum number. So the azimuthal quantum number, depending on that, we know that, so whatever the subshells that we are saying, that is azimuthal quantum number are nothing but the subshells. avuna? So ee subshells lo energy anedi ela change avutundi. In subshells what happens, because of the repulsion between the electrons, right, the mutual repulsion of the electrons, because of the mutual repulsion of electrons. Ante for suppose this is our shell here, okay, so in this we have the subshells, avuna? So ee subshells lo, if at all, if there are the electrons like this, right, these are the electrons that we have here. So ee cases lo em avutundi, ఈ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ పాజిటివ్ నెగిటివ్ స్పిన్స్ ఉంటాయి, రైట్, and because of the same charges between these two electrons, what happens, they will be having the repulsion forces in the subshells and the shells. So because of that, these repulsive forces increases, what happens, the energy of the electrons will decrease. Energy of the electrons will decrease. Energy of electrons will decrease. Okay, so now we can combine that, whatever the change in the energy that we are saying in the orbitals, so that will be depending on the n plus L value. As the n plus L value changes or increases, right, the energy will also increase. So how this n plus L value changes, let us see it once. So if you can see this in this picture here, so the orbital value of n, principal quantum number, and the azimuthal quantum number, and if you can add together, 1s has the 1 value of n plus 1, 2s has the 2, and 3p has the 3 value here, right, and 3s also has the 3 value. So this is how the energies are changing. 1 2 3 4 5 means 1s 2s 3p, 3s 3p, 4s 4d, and 4p. So this is how the energy is changing here. So if you can see that as the orbitals, right, n number is increasing, the energy is increasing, as well as inside the subshells, as the SPD L value is increasing, what happens, the energy is decreasing. See here, s nunchi 2s 2p ki ochindi, 2s nunchi 2p ki ochindi, energy increase ayindi, right, same number lo. Now next 3s ki ochindi, ante ఏమవుంది, p నుంచి నెక్స్ట్ 3s వచ్చింది, అంటే 3s యొక్క వాల్యూ అనేది more than the 2p here. అవునా అవునా కా సో అదే విధంగా ఇక్కడ చూడండి 3p value is have the 4 value here, right? That is dependent on only one. L value is only changing. No, here n value is same. 3p is 3s. అవునా n value same ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ. So the value, or if we say the energy that we are saying here is 3 energy, here is 4. So this 3p has the 4 more energy than the 3s. So if you can observe that here the n plus n value and the energies here, we can form a rule here. So what is that rule? Okay, so the rule is nothing but how the energy is changing, or how which one will have the less energy, or which orbital will have the more energy, that we can see here. So if the n plus l value, if the n plus l value, okay, if the n plus n value of the orbital is increasing, what happens? The energy will also be increasing. అంటే n ప్లస్ వాల్యూ ఎక్కువ ఉన్న ఆర్బిటాల్కి ఎక్కువ ఎనర్జీ ఉంటుంది, సింపుల్. ఇఫ్ ఎట్ ఆల్ టూ ఆర్బిటాల్స్ హ్యావ్ ది సేమ్ ఎనర్జీ, n ప్లస్ n వాల్యూ ఓకే ఈజ్ సేమ్ ఫర్ two orbitals. What happens in that case? The orbital, out of these two orbitals, the orbital which has the less or the smaller n value, less n value orbital, s value orbital will have less energy. Okay na, will have the less energy. See here, the orbital n value is 3 3 here, right? L value is 0 and 1. These two have the 3 and 4 energies difference. Now if you can check this 2p and 3s here, right? 3p, L value is 1 and L value is 0 here. N value is 2, L value is 3 here. So which n value is, which one has the less L value? 2 is having less value. So it has a lower energy than 3s. 2p has a lower energy than 3s. That is what we have seen, less energy, right? That is 2p has lower energy than the 3s. 2p has lower energy than the 3s because s orbital is a smaller orbital than the p orbital. Yes or no? By additional number, if you can see. So the principal number, quantum number is n, that is less. That's why this 3p has the lesser energy than the 3s. Okay, so by that you can easily remember the point here. And another important point is in subshells. Okay, in subshells, right, as the atomic number increases, okay, or as n increases, or we say the atomic number increases, what happens in subshells, like in only s orbital, right? In, let us say, in s orbitals, what happens? The energy will be decreasing. Means if I start with the first atomic number, let us say the hydrogen atom, right? Hydrogen atom, it has the s orbital, right? So let us say this hydrogen atom's s orbital, right? So this energy, that is nothing but s effective energy that we are calling. So that will be more than the hydrogen. After that we have the s orbital. What is that next? Lithium ion or lithium atom, right? So it has the s effective, right, lesser than, right? So lithium 1s orbital, and this is 2s of lithium, right? That is effective energy that we can say, that is less than the 3s of sodium, right? And that will be greater than the 4s of potassium, 4s of potassium here. Okay, so this is how the energy will be decreasing. Energy will be decreasing here in the subshells. What happens as n principal quantum number increases or the atomic number increases, what happens? The energy is decreasing. The energy is decreasing in the orbitals. Okay, so this is about the rule, n plus n l rule of the energy changes, or which is having the less energy, that we can check of this multi-electron atoms orbitals. right? So this is a today's lecture, everybody. So I hope you have understood, and whoever haven't done the previous lectures, go through the links. We'll be providing the cards. Okay, everybody keep studying and happy learning. Okay, thank you everyone.